Are you looking for work in Canada? Would you like to know the secret to find over 100 different job banks, all with current Canadian job listings? They're all here, ready to help with your job search. But first, have you noticed that everyone has helpful advice to offer while you're looking? Your spouse, your friend, your mother-in-law, they all have something to say. Often these helpful comments aren't so helpful. The casual questions, did you find something yet? Has anyone called you back? It's as if they're saying, you can find anything on the internet, so why is it so tough for you to find a job? Well, the truth is that it's not easy at all. Research shows that hunting for jobs on the internet is one of the toughest ways to find work. If you run into any of these problems, then you'll know firsthand why it's so hard. It's hard to find companies' web pages to see who is hiring. When you find the page, there are often broken links that make it hard to move around on the page. Small text makes it hard to read the information, especially if you're working on mobile devices like your phone or tablet. And you can have trouble navigating through company websites and looking for the careers section. Is the careers on the top menu, on the side menu, at the bottom, hidden a few pages deep? These problems and many others like them are pretty standard. Using the internet to look for work is very hard, and you're not alone if you've been feeling frustrated in your job search. This is ironic, really, since research shows that 64.6% of unemployed job seekers found work through internet searches. This is more than any other method. More than networking, headhunters, newspaper classifieds, you name it. This is despite all the headaches that go along with it. 2/3 of people were successful finding work when they used the internet. Let's face it, web recruiting is the new way of doing business. But that's not helpful when you're running into trouble ranging from minor speed bumps to major roadblocks. And it can be frustrating when your friends shoot questions at you. They pin you down and poke at you until you've had enough, or more than enough. Did you look in the paper? I saw an opening on Facebook. My friend at the grocery store heard that Company Y has openings. Those hints are red herrings. You spend time and energy following up the leads, but they don't pan out. Your friends are good people and they mean well, but don't get you any closer to finding a job. The trouble is none of them are hiring managers, and this means that they don't have any inside information to help you find a job. So you've probably done the same thing many of us do. You spoke to the pros about fixing your resume and cover letter. You might have used the free resources at Service Canada. Their tagline is people serving people, but whatever, the quality of advice varies. Or maybe you spoke with an employment counselor, or you headed into a career center to look for advice. They probably handed you a brochure that looked something like this. Resumes and tools. Sure, why not? You've polished your resume until it shines, but the real issue is finding the good job openings. Job postings. They'll list a few resources, probably the exact same ones that everyone else is using, so you have tons of competition for every opening. You need to get ahead of everyone else. Social media. Okay, so you're following some Facebook job sites with, say, 25,000 other people also looking for work. You've buffed up your LinkedIn profile. Sure, your list has every box checked, but you're still looking for a job. Now, I know that the name 100 Job Banks has caught your attention, but before we dive in to take a look, let's get rid of some myths that keep floating around in the job search universe. Myth 1 is networking. Networking is overrated, especially if your entire industry has hit a rough patch. There are a lot of people in the same boat as you, so help yourself out by using better tools. Hey, if your network of friends knew of jobs that fit your experience, then you'd already have been hired. Just saying. Myth 2, the hidden job market. In the old days, word of mouth worked pretty well. There were some places where it still works, but not as many as you think. Some mom and pop operations, folks with side businesses who run them as a hobby more than anything, some seasonal work that only lasts a short time. These places will still hire through word of mouth. But there are better ways to find jobs. The internet has changed everything. Businesses are smarter. They have an online presence to sell their merchandise, advertise their services, and hire staff. Even mom and pop businesses have websites now, and the bigger enterprises are all on the internet. So what happens is that they advertise their job openings, you guessed it, on the internet. Tens of thousands of jobs, all waiting to be found on the internet. But there's a paradox here. Why do employers keep complaining that they can't find qualified people to fill their openings? And at the same time, if all these jobs are on the internet, why can't you find them? These are two sides of the same coin. Employers have trouble finding employees. At the same time, the job seekers have trouble finding the openings. Frustration all around. And let's agree that the internet is not efficient. And the reason is simple. Keywords. They say that keywords are the way to go, but the trouble is that there are so many different ways of describing a job that you might miss tons of opportunities just because the employer posted an opening using different keywords than what you're searching for. Here's an example of an actual Canadian transportation company that uses 120 different job titles for their positions. Sounds like a great company to work for since they have lots of opportunities to build a career. But the problem is, what keywords do you use to find openings? And this happens all the time. If you focus only on a small list of job titles or specific descriptions, or if you use the wrong keywords, then it can restrict your search and filter out job openings that you might really want to apply for. This problem is causing issues for thousands of Canadians, and if you've been fighting the headaches of job search in today's market, you're not alone. 100 Job Banks shows you more effective ways to use the internet to find current Canadian job listings. More places to look, more industries, more ways to filter the results. We've done the search for you. We've fought through the headaches of broken links, bad keywords, hidden websites, and a host of other reasons why jobs are hard to find. The internet is a tough mistress, but you can get ahead of the competition with the right search tools. 100 Job Banks gives you a master list of over 100 search engines that find jobs on the Canadian economy. This will help you look at all your options and find ones that you likely didn't even know existed. Here's how it works. The job banks usually take some job postings from employers, for a fee of course, but many of them also act as search engines. The job banks are programmed with search algorithms to go out into the internet looking for jobs. When an employer posts an opening on their website, Facebook page, newspaper ads, trade publications, or anywhere else on the internet, the job search engines go out and collect that information. Why do you need over 100 different search engines? That's a good question, and I'll explain. Each job search engine is programmed with a slightly different algorithm to harvest the job listings from the internet. They are not exact duplicates of each other, and you will find different information when you look from one to the next. Also, they filter information differently. If you sign up for email alerts, you will get some overlap, but there will also be different job listings in the various emails that you get. So, it stands to reason that having access to more job banks will give you more opportunities to find openings that you really want to apply for. Here are some other ways that you can improve your chances. Let's say that you want to zoom in your search. You might have been focusing on one part of your previous job. How do you modify your keywords to fit this new search criteria? Maybe you want to zoom out your search. An economic slowdown or technology change of some kind might make it hard to find the exact job you had before, but you could look for related work in other industries. The employer segment might change. Maybe your skills would be a better match for an employer in another segment. You could reposition your search. While looking at openings, you might see a lot of activity in a related field. You might decide to switch from private industry to government or vice versa. There are good openings in all levels of government, national, provincial, regional, and municipal. And if you're keen to work in private industry, you could narrow your search to one specific geographic area or widen it to a broad range of places in Canada. You have many options. Inside 100 Job Banks, you'll find over 100 different job banks to use for your job search. Why 100, you ask? That's a good question. Each of the search engines in these job banks is programmed a little differently. They use different methods to search out job listings from the internet, and they post the jobs in different ways. This job bank might pull jobs in one way, while that job bank uses a different method. By broadening your search to over 100 different job banks, you'll have the best chance of finding work. 100 Job Banks is web-based, so you can use it from anywhere that has internet service. Use it at home or while you're away, it's your choice. Search from anywhere with internet access and find the latest listings while they're still fresh. It works in all browsers: Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, etc. If you can reach the internet, then you have access. And it's always up to date. You don't have to worry about downloading updates or changing your software version. These are non-issues and you'll never have to deal with them here. World-class tech support keeps the links and resources up to date and current. How many times have you been frustrated by bad links? Yeah, us too, which is why we are constantly vigilant to keep our information fresh and current. Canadian job listings from across our great country. Anyone legally entitled to work in Canada will benefit from using this resource. So what do you get exactly? 100 Job Banks is a website with over 100 listings for job search engines. All the sources have Canadian listings. They cover most industries in Canada. The information is regularly scanned to make sure the links are current and to update the information whenever the underlying sites change their structure. Some of our sites are international, and what we do is give you specific instructions to use filters to modify your search for the Canadian listings that are contained in the job bank. 1 full year of access means you can take as much time as you want to build your career. Even after you find your next position, you can easily keep tabs on the job market for personal knowledge and to research career opportunities for yourself. Guarantee. We're Canadians helping Canadians, and we want you to be 100% satisfied. Our goal is to help you find a job. To accomplish this, we offer you our guarantee. If you don't find at least 10 websites that you didn't know about before, then write me and I'll send all your money back. Try 100 Job Banks for 30 full days, and if you're not happy for any reason, just send me an email to get a full refund. No questions asked. Look inside, try out all the features, check all the links, use the resources. 30 days, risk-free. We think you'll be satisfied, and we fully stand behind our guarantee. Now, while considering this, ask yourself how much your job search is costing you. If you're out of work, or underemployed, or frustrated in your current position, how much does this cost you for even 1 day in this situation? Would landing your next position even 1 day sooner help you out in any way? Yes? Okay, let's look at some options to speed up your job search. If you took a career course online, you could spend thousands of dollars to ramp up your job search. Here's an example of a popular course, Dream Job Elite. This expert job search program costs $12,000. This course has a great reputation, and to ease the pain of the sticker price, you can use the handy 3-year payment plan. A little much? Another option is to hire a career counselor to help write your resume cover letter and hone your interview skills. There are some well-respected businesses out there to help you with this. For about $500, they will give you advice on looking for positions and crafting a good application. Workshops are also very popular, and people can attend in most Canadian cities and towns. Sometimes an employer will help cover the cost of these seminars, but even if you're doing it on your own dime, it could be well worth your time to spend a couple of $100s to attend. The one thing that is often missing in these seminars, though, is a big long list of places to find job openings. Many people find that they have taken advantage of all these resources, but are still in the stressful process of looking for work. 100 Job Banks helps bridge that gap to help you find more job postings. Doesn't it make sense to get a big list of job banks in Canada and go through all of them to see what your options are? For less than half the cost of visiting a career counselor, you can have access to over 100 job banks today. At $199, this is a great deal that will help you take your job search to the next level. But for a limited time only, we're offering a special deal to people like you who are serious about finding work in Canada. Just $97 gives you full access to 100 job banks. That's less than $1 a bank. For more job listings, more choice, more chances to land your next great position. Sign up now to start using 100 job banks immediately to find great Canadian jobs. And as an added bonus, we will throw in the Keyword Escalator. This is a special keyword report custom tailored for your job search. The Keyword Escalator is for you if you want to expand your job search by looking at a much bigger list of keywords. Here's how it works. Once you sign up, we'll send you a very short survey asking you what type of work you are looking for. Once you respond, we'll generate a list of related jobs or keywords that you can use to look for related positions. Remember the example we showed you of the Canadian Transportation Company that uses over 120 different job titles? Well, with the Keyword Escalator, You will have a much better chance of finding all the different types of jobs that relate to your field of expertise. The Keyword Escalator will help give you ideas to expand your search and find the best advertised positions in the Canadian job market. This free bonus is yours when you sign up for 100 Job Banks. How soon will it take to get the list to you? Our regular office hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday, Mountain Standard Time. If you send us your survey before 3 p.m., you will have a same-day response. If you send it after 3 p.m., we will send you your customized keyword report first thing the next day. Guaranteed. We've got you covered in your job search. You'll feel relief knowing that you have all the tools you need to plan and execute your job search efficiently. Take advantage of our special price. Just click the button on this page. At less than $1 a bank, this is the missing link to help ramp up your search for great Canadian jobs. $97 gives you full access to 100 Job Banks for 1 full year, plus the bonus Keyword Escalator, a customized keyword list created just for you. Kickstart your job search now with 100 Job Banks. What's the cost of unemployment? Too much, that's what. Sign up right now and get started today. So some people have sent us questions that you may be wondering about as well. Here's some extra information that I hope you find useful. First, the biggie. Are you a recruitment or employment agency? This is a great question since this area can be a bit confusing. The short answer is no. We are not a recruitment agency or employment agency. We don't match people and employers together. So you won't see us asking you to take any tests or provide references or any of the other activities that go along with agencies. Basically, we are not assigning you to specific jobs. 100 Job Banks gives you great resources to build your career and research the Canadian job market, but you make the choices that are right for you in building your career. Okay, another thing that we get asked is, do you guarantee that I'll find a job? That's a good question and I'm glad you asked it. We give you a lot of options to help your job search, but ultimately you are in the driver's seat. You decide how to conduct your search and also how to present yourself to the employers who you apply to. Since there are many variables, we can't possibly give a guarantee of employment to all the people who choose to use 100 Job Banks. While many people do find jobs using the wide range of resources here, we can't give a guarantee that every single person will find a job. There are just too many variables for us to do that. But remember, we do have a rock-solid 30-day money-back guarantee that lets you take this out for a test drive absolutely risk-free. Sign up, take a look inside, try everything out, and let us know what you think. We also get asked about the security of the payment system. It's great that you're thinking about this and are asking us to give you the correct information. The payment system uses SSL encryption, which is as secure as your bank, so you can be sure that your information is protected. The only information that we keep is your name and email address, and you can always go in and change your preferences on how these are handled. We do not see or keep any information about how you pay for your access to 100 Job Banks. That's handled completely separately through the secure system. Your information is secure and your privacy is protected. Sign up now and get started right away. If you're still on the fence, just ask yourself, what is the cost of each additional day of job searching? $1 a bank. Click the button and we'll see you on the inside.